Last week was a big week in the sphere of Epic Universe, as Universal gave us a sneak peek behind the curtain to officially announce the lands of Epic Universe, and those lands being the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, Super Nintendo World, The Dark Universe, and Celestial Park. Universal also announced the names along with some of the details of a few of the attractions and restaurants coming to Celestial Park, but to me, one of the biggest announcements they unveiled was the name of the in-park hotel we have been watching during construction progress for many months now, which is going to be called Helios Grand Hotel. And in all the excitement of the announcements coming from Universal, there were actually some leaks about the Helios Grand Hotel that came out just about 24 hours before Universal's big announcements last week. Now, understandably, these leaks have been overshadowed by all the cool announcements about Epic Universe, but today I wanted to make a video talking about all the things that were leaked about Helios Grand Hotel and what is potentially going to be part of this hotel. I say potentially because these are leaks, these cannot be confirmed, but from the concept art and how this sounds, it does seem to mesh with what we've seen from Universal, but we can't say with all accuracy that it is correct. So to get you up to speed, there are currently 3 hotels being constructed in and around Epic Universe. The 2 outside hotels are called Stella Nova and Terra Luna Resorts. And we talked a few months ago about some leaks about these hotels, which you can check out in the link above. But the Helios Grand Hotel, in many ways, is still a mystery in terms of what kind of hotel it is going to be. Well, after Universal's announcement and these leaks that came out, it's safe to say that the Helios Grand Hotel is going to be a high-end luxury hotel with some potentially amazing aspects to it. Part of Universal's official announcement included some new concept art of the Helios Grand Hotel, but these leaks provide even more concept art, including interior views, the pool area, the guest arrival side of the hotel, and a hotel description. The main quote describing Helios Grand Hotel is, quote, "This in-park themed hotel is a combination of carefully planned programmatic elements with a unique thematic story that culminates in a lavish extension of story for guests to the park." Envisioned as a present-day alternate universe design, this project was born out of the imaginary of fable, video game worlds, and film. Set as the backdrop to the adjacent theme park, Epic Universe, the client sought to create a Disney castle which was inhabitable. Heavily influenced by the thematic storytelling, this one-of-a-kind hotel houses 500 themed rooms and suites, a spectacular outdoor pool, and an amenity floor that includes a ballroom and grandiose domed bar experience. Now, from this description, while brief, a few things do stick out to me that I would like to outline right now. It does seem that this hotel is not just something that is, quote, themed, but it is actively telling a story about a present-day alternate dimension of sorts. Now, I don't know about you, but when we start talking about storytelling hotels, the failed Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser over at Disney World does tend to come to mind. Now, the reasons as to why the Galactic Star Cruiser ultimately failed is a topic that could be its own video, so we're not going to get into that here. But what I think Helios is aiming for is a highly themed hotel that is meant to provide guests with storytelling aspects without requiring guests to role play for their entire stay, like over at the Star Cruiser Hotel. Now, the leaks nor Universal said anything about the price per night, though admittedly, the cost of Helios is going to be high. I don't believe it's going to come anywhere near the price tag that the Star Cruiser Hotel had.
Good start.
Also, the story that the Helios Hotel is potentially going to tell is intriguing to me, as this type of story is something you are likely to see from a TV show or maybe even a movie, which seems to be where they got the motivation for this, as it states in the hotel description. Envisioned as a present-day alternate universe design, this project was born out of the imaginary of fable, video game worlds, and film. So just guessing on this, but the entire concept of Epic Universe is going into portals into different worlds. So my assumption is that this hotel is its own portal into another world that's an alternate dimension of our current day. The other thing in the hotel description that I find interesting is when they say the description is, quote, "The client sought to create a Disney castle which was inhabitable." That not only sounds incredible, but it also is very ambitious and would confirm what myself and many others have speculated for months now, that the in-park hotel would be part of a nighttime fireworks show, as there is a peninsula behind the hotel that is a perfect place for shooting off fireworks. Also, not to mention, in some of the concept art that Universal released, it does show fireworks going off above the hotel. In front of the hotel, you also have a giant in-park fountain that would likely be part of the nightly show. But the part that's most intriguing to me is when they say that they sought to create a Disney castle. Now that immediately leads me to believe that there will be projections on Helios like we see over at Magic Kingdom for their Happily Ever After fireworks show. This would also mean that the Helios Grand Hotel would be the center point and landmark of Epic Universe, just like Cinderella's castle is over in the Magic Kingdom. Which does also make sense because the word Helios in ancient Greek religion and mythology is the god who personifies the sun, and of course our solar system revolves around the sun. Not today, flat earthers.
Stop it!
Not to mention, in Universal's announcement, they had a brief snippet about Helios, and it said, quote, Helios would be implemented into the park like no other theme park in the world. Now, one thing to consider is Universal does have some experience with nighttime projection shows, as they have been doing one for years on Hogwarts Castle over in Islands of Adventure. Personally, I think this is a great step for Universal and Epic Universe having a nighttime show like this, because this is something that I've felt Universal has lacked over the years, which is a must-see fireworks show. The last thing I want to point out is in the Helios description is the part where they state, quote, amenity floor that includes a ballroom and grandiose domed bar experience. Now, the dome on top of Helios was often speculated as going to be a bar/lounge area, and again, this is just speculation, but from these leaks, it does seem that there is in fact going to be a bar and lounge on top of the hotel, providing some amazing views. Now, this is one aspect of Helios that I'm very curious to hear more about, and if this bar area is perhaps for guests of the hotel only, and perhaps maybe even for club level guests only, because I can only imagine how hard it would be to get up here if it was open to the public. Basically, I think it would be 10 times worse than trying to get into Trader Sam's over at Disney's Polynesian Resort. If you have any experience trying to get into there, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Terrible.
Now, other than the hotel description, there weren't any other details of Helios provided, but there was some concept art of hotel interiors, which look very classy. And by classy, I mean well out of my price range.
He's a real fancy boy.
From what Universal announced and these leaks, the Helios Grand Hotel is shaping up to be potentially a one-of-a-kind experience, and along with Epic Universe, will provide guests with never-before-seen immersion and storytelling elements in a theme park and hotel. While Helios is likely to be out of my means, kids are expensive. I'm still very excited what Universal plans to do with Helios. Universal also stated in their announcement how Helios would be a center focus of the park that all guests can enjoy. So this again leads me to believe that there will be aspects of this hotel that will be part of a show, because if everyone can enjoy this, this can't just be for hotel guests. And if it's going to be a center point of the park, much like the castle over in Magic Kingdom, then this is something that people will want to take pictures in front of and be a focal point for everyone that enters the park, not just hotel guests. All in all, as like just about everything else when it comes to Epic Universe, I'm excited and eagerly awaiting the day that I can step foot into Epic Universe. But until then, we can speculate away about Epic Universe and the Helios Grand Hotel. Well, that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel before you go. As always, we will be doing more Epic Universe news updates, land previews, and construction updates as work on this new park continues. Also, here at Capture the Magic, we have informational videos to help you have the best time when heading to Universal Studios and or Disney World. And if you want even more Universal Studios and or Disney World information, you can check out the Capture the Magic podcast, where we share tips, reviews, money-saving strategies, and more. You can find the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, and also here on YouTube over at CTM Podcast. So what are your best guesses on how much the Helios Grand Hotel will run per night? Less than $500? More than $500? Let us know in the comments. And until next time, we will see you in the parks.